What is going on, guys? Wrecked here. Thank you for joining me in today's video. Today we are in the Plane of Mischief, a very unique, interesting zone, high-end zone, very tough zone to do your soloing in, but it definitely teaches you quite a bit how to fight those high-end mobs. Now, this zone is very different than other zones. For one, getting here is very difficult. You have to go through the Temple of Vishan, and there's this little tiny castle up in the north side. You click on that and you get here. So that's not really you're not really capable of doing that solo. Maybe if you have Feigned Death, one of those classes, you can make it. But other than that, you're going to have a very hard time just running through. There's very hard-hitting mobs there that will destroy you. Typically, you're going to want to follow a guild that's raiding in the Temple of Vishan. We were killing Vulak last night, and after that fight was done, the path was clear for me to come click up into the Plane of Mischief. So getting here is very difficult, and if you die here, it's going to be extremely difficult corpse recovery unless there's a cleric in zone, and typically there's not really many clerics in zone. When you get here, it's a good idea to bind, especially if you don't know what you're doing. I've been grinding here a little bit for probably a week or two. Just kind of figuring out the zone. Did a lot of recording and stuff, but it was all just kind of without an understanding of what's going on. Now I have an understanding, so I'm kind of re-recording a video for you guys to kind of piece it all together. Now when you zone in, you're going to land up on this little platform, that blue platform. You're in the forest area. The forest area here is pretty simple. I mean, there's low-level mobs and stuff that you can, as level 60, you can just kind of easily burn down with some direct damage. Nothing too difficult. There are traps out within the forest that will spawn some pansies. Pansies are kill on sight, and there's usually like 2, 3, or 4 of them will spawn and can start beating you down. That's how I have 80% of my health right now, because I was just running to the left and hit a trap that wasn't there in the past sessions and had to deal with them guys. But everything else in the zone is pretty much not going to be kill on sight. There's only like 1 or 2 mobs in the entire zone that if you kill them, you'll hurt your faction with Plane of Mischief, and those mobs drop pieces that you can turn in for a quest for to get that faction back. So you can pretty much travel the entire zone safely, other than the very few traps that are in the forest area. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map and stuff here. You can get an idea. Plane of Mischief wiki. Right now we are in the forest area. You can see on the right side. Let me move that over a little bit. And it's all, like I said, low-level stuff, very simple to do. There's a zone-out tree to the west side. You click on that tree and it'll send you to Cobalt Scar. That's usually what you want to do very first thing, is find that tree and bind yourself at that tree. To be safe, you might want to bind yourself right at the entrance here, just in case those pansies do spawn on you and you have some trouble there. But the zone out tree is the first thing we want to go to, and we're going to go up and head to the north into the castle area. And the castle has all the different sections of the Plane of Mischief, where we have things like the puppets, or the hedge maze, or Alice in Wonderland, or the upside down world, black and white, the dining room, a whole bunch of different stuff going on. So we'll kind of dive into a few pieces of that, what we want to solo as an enchanter, and what's going to be good. Now, the other unique thing about this zone is the loot system. The loot system is very different than other zones, where you're not going to get actual loot dropping that you can wear. It's a series of a bunch of different quests. You have, for example, you have things like cards drop. 4 different sets of cards. You have Squires is the lowest, Knights is the second, Crowns is the third, and Thrones is the fourth. And they come in 4 different colors: white, black, blue, and red. Now, these cards, along with other items, you combine them together to create different items. And these items typically are going to be needed to be created and put together to create other items. And there's a whole different series of things going on. I highly suggest that you go and you check out the gift box and the Deck of Spontaneous Generation quests on the wiki. As you can see, here's the gift box. This is how we get dolls, and you have to have a certain type of doll for your class. You combine this with certain armor pieces that you made on other quest series, and that's how you create and get your Plane of Mischief armor. Just last night I was able to create with 4 different cards the Robe of Distraction. So this is halfway piece for my Plane of Mischief robe, which is pretty much second best in slot item for an enchanter. So we have this. Now we just need to create our, oh, you're seeing it, we have this. We just need to combine this with our what's it called, Mischievous Dazzler doll, which takes a whole bunch of other things created together to create our Plane of Mischief robe. I was also able earlier, a few days ago or a couple weeks ago, create the Cloak of Confusion. Really good enchanter cloak here with a whole bunch of cards and things. Now the difficulty here is that a lot of these cards are very rare. Thrones and crowns are very rare. There's only a few mobs in the entire zone that drop them, and only really enchanters and shamans are able to solo a few of these mobs. Not only are they rare, but they're lore. So if you get one red throne and you have a second red throne drop, you better have a second class here or a guild mate that's able to pick it up, because that's 35, 40, 50k pretty much down the drain. So the entire class system, getting armor, is very different. But as an enchanter, what's cool, and as a shaman too, you see a lot of shamans here soloing, we can really grind out those cards. You can grind here for some cash if you want to get the thrones and sell them in these common lands, or to build your armor pieces like I am. Pretty much I just want my robe, maybe my crown piece, and that will be all I do for Plane of Mischief armor. Everything else I can find elsewhere that's just as good. So let's go ahead and kind of explore the zone here. Go ahead and get Bedlam up just in case I get some pansy traps set off again. Now from the entrance here, we're on those pillars. We're going to take the left side and we're going to go find our exit tree. And we'll go ahead and bind ourselves near that exit tree to start, just in case things go badly. Right here is where those pansies spawned on me earlier. But I did have DMF on, so I think that might have been the problem. Now everything else, like I said, is not kill on sight. They will social aggro though, so if you get attacked by pansies, these probably will add on. These are all very easy. They drop squires and they drop different corners of Words of Wealth, which is a whole different set of quests that you got to be doing. Squires are the easiest ones. Not only can you get armor though with our turn-ins, but you can create these little resistance flowers. So with the 4 colors of squires, we can create the black flower of functionality. It's a little headpiece you can cast for a 50 disease resistance increase, and then you can have all the other resistances as well. Now we're going to the left, looking for the tree. Typically, as you can see ahead, there's a corpse up there, a couple corpses. Anywhere the corpses are is typically where the exit tree is. If you can't find it, you can be clicking from a distance. You can see it says, I can't reach that, get closer. So that's our exit tree right there that I'm pointing at directly ahead of me. If you click on the other trees, it doesn't give you that message, but that is our tree. So if we click this tree, we will be ported out into Cobalt Scar, into the water. So what I'll do just to kind of start is I will go ahead and bind myself here just in case things go badly. I got to escape, or if I die, like I said, the corpse recovery is really rough, so we'll start here. Typically when we start fighting mobs in the castle though, I'll bind myself closer to those mobs. Since nothing's kill on sight, you're kind of safe there, and it's easier to kind of transverse from where we're going to pet guys to where we want to go kill them. Okay, so we got that. Now mostly there's only these little Pottle Dops, Dot Pop, these level 40 type of mushroom creatures out in the wooded area. There is going to be a bee lady running around chasing another creature that's, if you attack them, will be, I think they drop up to knights. Over here we have this treasure chest, which is another kill on sight mob, which is only one of the only ones that will attack us, but it is rooted in place. Now, if you attack that, these halflings around that right now, they're indifferent, but if you attack the treasure chest, they will aggro you and attack, so you have to be careful there. But these guys will all drop knights as well. So to enter the castle up here, we have a little trick we need to be following. You can see we got the pathway up in the middle section here, but that is a fake pathway. You'll fall down into water if you try and climb up that way. So what we want to do, we want to head all the way down to the end here. Right where the moat turns and makes that little corner, we're going to run up. There's a little invisible pathway. There we go. Now on this, there's some dispel traps and stuff. So typically our top 4 or 5 buffs, like you just saw, got dispelled. This is an outdoor zone too, so we can journeyman boots. Now you have 2 hand creatures that are the guards that walk around the ledge here. Again, they're not kill on sight. There you go. It's my finger and then not yours. That's a small one. I think they drop knights as well. Now this is Peachy. This is one of the kind of main quest people. She has a torch. A lot of enchanters will charm her, and that's what we use to go kill like the treasure chest over there, a few things in the castle. A lot of people will bind right here because this is kind of the beginning of the inner workings. Not many people are fighting out in the wooded area since it's a lower level area, and most of what we want to be doing to grind and get our thrones and our crown cards are going to be inside at the harder spots. So this is a good bind spot as well. We're going to go ahead and just kind of transverse, show a few spots, at least of what I've done in here. Lysandra, see your corpse all the time. All right, so we have a lot of traps in here as well, and pretty much the traps just going to be like fake floors, like right ahead up to that door. There's a fake floor right there. Any fake floor you fall through, you're going to land into the rat maze. Rats are not kill on sight, but they are a place where lower 50s, so like level 54 and up, I've seen a lot of people go solo down there. They drop up to night cards and decent experience and stuff like that. Now typically there's 2 skunks, one on the left, one on the right. McSprail is a little higher level, and he will summon. The one on the left does not summon, so people typically will, like druids, will grab him as a pet often. So yeah, I've got Felon here. Probably has the other guy. Alright, so along with the traps in the floor, there's lots of fake walls. As you can see right there when I turn, just behind us, it's a fake wall we're going to run through. We can go to the right or left. It just depends on where you want to go. Going to the east side of the castle heads more into the library area, whereas you're going to want eventually to get a library card that drops from the gorilla creatures within the zone. Library card you turn in, and you're able to get a certain container, book container. That's how we combined our 4 corners of Words of Wealth to create Words of Wealth, which you turn in later on to get your dolls. Again, the whole quest series here is a little convoluted and confusing at first, but once you kind of read up about 50 times, you understand it. And in the end, I found I did grind and farm here for like a good week or 2, and I got a couple throne cards, a couple crowns and stuff, but for getting armor and stuff, I found it's just better to go buy them from the East Common Lands. You can buy pretty much all the pieces you need to create your stuff. Like I grinded and I farmed and I got the Cloak of Confusion, but that took a week alone to get those pieces. The robe here, I bought 2 pieces of that, and it took me like a day. Now I just have to buy the Mischievous Dazzler doll, which does go for like 100,000 platinum, but still, I just have to buy it and be good to go. So there's better money-making spots, in my opinion, to farm. Okay, so one of the first things you also want to do after you find the exit tree is we want to go to the dining room. Okay, the dining room, we're going to go left on the west side. Definitely want to be paying attention to the map just in case you fall through the holes and stuff. All right, so we're into this little main chest area here. Now, this treasure chest is not kill on sight. Bob the Painter there, he's for a little quest as well you turn in. But the treasure chest here is a special little spawn, whereas if you attack this guy, you're going to have a whole bunch of halflings and almost all these paintings start to spawn. Now, they will be kill on sight if you're attacking, again, social aggro. What's good about them, though, is that they are what will drop blam sticks. And blam sticks are a very high DPS item that monks really like to have. So what's cool is that you can just attack the treasure chest, you can mez and membler, and you can pretty much non-stop have these little halflings respawn so that you can farm blam sticks and stuff like that. Now, what's the trouble of this zone is that it has a 72-minute respawn timer. So not only are the mobs really tough and scarce, but the 72-minute respawn timer means you're not really fighting that quickly and that often. So just got to think of that as well. It's one of those type of camps that you can come fight, then go AFK for an hour, come back, kill your mob, AFK, stuff like that. All right, so we're in the chest room. We can head off. We're going to head off to the west again. There's a little hidden wall next to one here. This is a little hidden guy. Now up through here, we're going to be able to find a few different things. One, if we go down this way, we can head to the hedge mage. We'll do that a little bit later. We got this little bear guy in here. I don't know if he's for a quest. I think it might just be for killing. And then we have up through here the dining room, which you see dinner there. This is how you want to, this is like a level 1 guy. You're going to kill him and you're going to be able to get a certain quest piece to be able to get your deck of spontaneous generation. Now what's tricky about him is that there's 2 halflings up there on the chandelier, Miser and I think like Dozer or something like that. They're level 55 wizards and they are kill on sight, so they will start blasting the second you walk into that room. We could just blast dinner from out here with no trouble. They are rooted up there, so it's not like they're going to be able to hit us or anything. You can calm them, you can use invis, whatever it may be. It's how I did it is I think I just blasted dinner from out here and then I calmed both of them, ran in, looted him, and was able to get my deck. So very simple stuff. You can also go fish in the moat and get 4 different pieces to be able to turn in for the deck as well. So again, very maze-like area, but we can go over this way and we can get into the hedge area. Do I go click this? Yeah, we click that. I'm kind of forgetting. Oh, we got the lamp up here. And then we got the plant. Now we're in the hedge mage. Now this is full of a bunch of plant creatures. And it's not that hard of a hedge mage. It's just 4 different sides. These are all a bunch of different classes from rogues, wizards, paladins, you know, the whole deal. I think they're all level 56 and they're pretty close together. So they are a little rough to pull if you especially don't have a calm or something like that. I've done 1 solo session out here and it was very rough. I think I died, and getting your corpse from this area anywhere else is going to be rough. But there is a main quest mob in the middle of the hedge mage. So we're going to go to the north side, head through the south here. There's a little invisible wall. Booyah, more little plant creatures. West side, I'm pretty sure right here, yep. And we got Carrot Top, Sunny Day, and then there'll be a little entrance, and we got version, blah, blah. And this is someone we turn in a piece, and I believe this is also for our deck of spontaneous generation. I can't remember which quest, which pieces. This might be who we turn in what we got from dinner. To be able to get our deck, and this is what we turn in and put our thrones in, combine, that will create our pieces and stuff like that. Now we can click on the tree there and we have this upside down world. Now I have not really ventured into this part of the zone, so I don't know it very well. And you can see there's 4 mobs here named You Shall Not Pass. So they're non-kill on sight, and you can just run right by them. I don't know what happens if you don't run. You just kind of stand there. I don't want to find out. But through here you can go to the black and white area, which everything turns black and white, which you can get elsewhere. I don't really know this part of the zone, so I'm going to go ahead and gate back to the entrance. We're going to get back to get to actually fighting and the killing, where we want to really kind of go. She's killing, that girl must be killing the halflings. Oh yeah, Necro here, Karini. So we're going to run right back to the castle, go back near the dining room, but we're going to pass where we took that hidden wall. And mostly what we're going to be soloing when we're here is you're going to want to go to the Alice in Wonderland area. The Alice in Wonderland mobs are one of the few that are going to have potential to drop the throne cards. And with Alice in Wonderland, there's 4 levels. You have A1, A2, A3, and A4. And it's pretty much all the exact same layout and mobs, except A1, they're the lowest level, A2 a little higher, A3 a little higher, A4 the highest. And the A4 mobs are what have the potential of dropping what we want dropped. Oh, there's our druid had died. So the A4 is where you're going to find most people, enchanters and shamans, doing their soloing. Everything else, kind of a waste of time. Anything who drops thrones can also drop the other cards as well. Only thing I hate about this robe of distraction is it doesn't give me a robe. It shows that I have no robe on. All right, so here we took a left here. That would be our hedge mage. Back to the dining room. We're going to run all the way to the end of the hall here. Take a little right. A series of invisible walls and traps you want to avoid. Alright, so we go through. Okay, so now we're in the puppets area. So the Alice in Wonderland A4 and the puppets are the only 2 places that really drop the thrones. Now the puppets here, this is not soloable, but every day at a certain time, a puppet show will start behind this curtain, and you'll have like the god Bristlebane will show up in the audience, a few other audience members. You got Chuckles the Great, blah blah blah. Now a guy will walk, I can't remember his name, like Gen or something. He'll walk out up here and he will announce the puppet show. What we want to do when that happens is you kill him, and that will cause the puppets back here to stick around for the 24 hours of the game clock. So that allows you to kill them. They are all rooted in place. They're very hard. They hit for like in the 400s, but it's a great spot to duo with like a cleric. You and a cleric can come in here and really clean house, and they have a good chance of dropping thrones. They're not up right now. I'm just hitting tab targeting it. No one's being selected. But if they are up, you want to stick to the right side so that you don't hit aggro. There'll be like 10 of them in here. It's all the gods. They're puppets of the gods out there. So Inarok and Tunair and all that type of stuff. So the puppets area is a great spot to come do a duo if you're looking for thrones. I haven't done much of it. I did it once and it bugged out on us, and we had like double and triple spawning on top of each other. Someone asking for flawless diamonds. This is why I've been loving the Broodmother camp. I have 8 flawless diamonds. They sell for 4K. Sell a couple of them per day. All right, so let's get to the Alice in Wonderland area. Again, past the puppets. Coming in here. Hidden wall. Hidden wall. Doing a few sales here. Another hidden wall here. And it's a little confusing at first, but once you figure out your pathing, this all gets very easy. Now hopefully something in A4 is up and we'll start killing it. Alright, so we're at the end of the hallway here. Now we're going to have this little chessboard. We click on that guy, and now we're in the chessboard area. Now this has a whole bunch of gorillas on a chessboard. The gorillas are what can drop the library card, which, like I talked about earlier, you need to turn in to be able to get the item that you can combine. Combine them in to create your words of wealth. And any pretty much gorilla mob in the zone can drop your library cards. Now be careful on the chessboard because there are hidden floors and stuff like that, so you'll fall into the rat maze, and that sucks. Now I've never sold here. I think these are like level 55 to 58. So you gotta be careful. They hit hard. They will social aggro. So we're going to the left side here, clicking on this white throne. And here we are in the Alice in Wonderland area. So let's go ahead and check it out. The first hallway here is going to be very small. You have a series of mobs. Again, this is A1. So you have the same mobs in the same layout where we've got Grink here's our rat. We've got Glonk here's our gorilla. Which again, he can drop the library card. And anything in A1 here can drop squires. Maybe knights too, but I think only squires. And we have Bren and Gren. These are our mobs that we will charm as an enchanter. At A1 here, they're I think like level 51 with an augment and a torch. They can kill anything going up to A4. So typically I'll charm Bren and move our way to A4. Now getting your pet from here to A4 is kind of the tricky part. The safe way is to run with him because when he's a pet, he'll run through walls, and if he breaks while he's running through a wall, that can be definitely trouble. Now what I typically do is I will go and I'll bind myself at the end of A4. I'll come run back here. I'll pet Bren or Gren. I will gate to my bind point, and then I just wait for that pet to get to us. Previously, you used to be able to use the spell Summon Companion, and you could get your pet to you at any point, but that doesn't work anymore. They nerfed that, so now we have to wait for him to path, and it takes about 2 minutes for him to path from this A1 to A4. So that's very risky. At any point, if something breaks, I typically will try and camp out right away and go from there. So that is our pet mobs there. Now here we have 22, an invisible mob. This is the highest level on each Alice in Wonderland section. In A4, it's a level 60 mob that you deal with. But as you can see, we're just going to go through the maze again, and now we're in A2. Here's Grink. In A2, they drop up to knights. Here's our Glonk, Bren and Gren. '22. As you can see, it gets bigger and bigger. The rooms get bigger and bigger each level. Now we're heading to Alice in Wonderland A3. Here's our Grink. They'll drop up to crowns here. So typically I will like to kill, if people are killing all A4, I'll come and kill an A3. Because crowns sell for a good 3, 4, 5,000 platinum each, and you might need them. Bren and Gren. 22. And now we get into A4. It looks like we got Troll Master's probably our only one soloing. And trolls are shamans will typically stick with the first two. Sometimes we'll do Bren and Gren, so you can see he's doing Glonk, Grink, Bryn. He's probably going to Bryn Gran. And then 22 up here. Oh, there's his pet. So he's just waiting on respawns. So he's doing all these guys. We'll see if 22 is up. Typically he will be. Oh no. Looks like he's killing them all. So this is the end of A4 though. This is where 22 would spawn. And typically this is where I'm going to bind myself for this. So I bind myself right here. Which I'll go ahead and do for our future video. And then again, that's where we'll be. We'd run back to A1, grab Bren or Gren, and then we would run back our gate here and fight 22. Level 60 mob, pretty rough. So from here, we're going to go ahead and get out. We're going to head back to the entrance. I'm going to go ahead and head to East Common Lands and go sell some diamonds here. So to get out of here, we're going to go ahead. We're going to click on the big picture. This is a big picture room. We got all these doors. We're going to head to the west here. Far left door. All the pictures right behind us. Click that one. Now we're back into the chest room. So we can head out of here. There we go. We're back at Peachy. Getting dispelled. And then we'll go ahead and hit this exit port. And that'll be the end of this section of the video. And then once something clears up there, I'll come back and we'll do a recording of us killing. So here's our exit, just to give you an idea where we're going to exit to. Let me go ahead and get an illusion. So boom. You'll fall right into the water, and I believe west or east from where you fall, you'll be able to get right to the port area. There we go. So there we go. That was just kind of our run through of Plane of Mischief, what we're going to be soloing. Next section, we'll show you a little bit of fighting in the zone. Alright, what's up guys? We're back in the Alice in Wonderland A1 here. Gonna just kind of work our way up through this video. Now I went ahead and I grabbed Bren there for a kill just a second ago. Took out Gronk, pretty much trying to kill these gorilla guys to be able to get the library card for the quest. He dropped a blue knight, which I already have, so I just called out. It's rotting. So we're going to go ahead and move forward. And I'm just going to start by killing in A1. We'll go 22, then we'll move over to A2 and head over and kill Grink. We'll go probably past the twins. Well, I guess we got Glonk here, and we'll go past the twins and we'll kill 22 there as well, and then try and get to A3, A4. I feel like that is where other people are camping right now. So we'll just go as far as we can here. A1, you can get squires, A2, knights, A3, crowns, A4, thrones. And then everything, also you can go lower. Oh, okay, I went too far. Back to the twins. Alright, so let's go ahead and make this happen. Get a little bedlam down. I'm going to go ahead, start off by calming Gren here. Maybe. Now I feel like if things aren't kill on sight to you, if you're calm crit resist, it's not going to be an issue. They won't come and attack you. I could be completely wrong on that. Okay, now last time Bren resisted my opening mez. Alright, so we'll wait just a minute here, make sure that our charm is lasting. Already got that down, don't I? I want a rapture in place here. Alright, so let's head in here. We're gonna attack. And taunt. Guy's on me. Got beat down a little bit there. I'm a little laggy, it feels like. Get these Bedlam and Rune back up, because I am close to death. If this breaks in between this fight, I will definitely be dead. These guys hit pretty hard in here. Oh, I cast it on the wrong guy. Blur him just to make sure here. So after kill this guy, I'll go ahead and reset Bren, and then I'll met up to full, and then we'll move on into A2. Go for Glonk first. Now, I'm not sure if, I don't think 22 we can, none of these are Theft of Thought capable. I could be wrong. And eventually I'll get Gate off there. Right now I'm bound still by the exit tree, so if things go wrong I can stun lock them. Hopefully mez them, Gate to the tree, click out, click back in. Once we start fighting A4, we'll go bind near the big picture room. We'll definitely want to start hasting Bren as we move up, because it's pretty even fights here. Oh, look at that. That's probably why. Okay, so I want to blur him. I need to calm these guys too. Because calm wore off and he must have... Oh, come on. Uh-oh. And we're probably dead. Let's cross your fingers. Alright, so we got 2 mezzes down there. We'll have to work on that little issue right there where we can get aggro maybe through the wall. I'm not sure. Glenn must have been a little bit too far to the side. So I just, again, gated to the exit tree, clicked out. I'm in Cobalt Scar. Now I can gate right back. I'll be right back in there. Only issue with that is that when I go walk back up there, I'll get debuffed. I got to rebuff myself and all that. I got to get my health back anyways, but that is A1 kills right there. So we'll go ahead and move and do some A2s and be good to go after I med up. Alright, so we're back here, meted up. I'm going to go ahead and get this guy. We're going to move into A2. Now these guys are a couple levels above, so we can maybe have to haste our pet. Once we get to like A3, A4, I would bet we definitely need to haste our pet. Alright, so now let's go ahead and move through. Now he will walk through walls. If it breaks or something like that, as he's walking through walls, that can be a big trouble. So we just gotta hope it's not gonna break right now. I'm gonna go ahead and get to Glonk. At least our rooms are a little bit bigger too. Bren's pretty much taking him down without even a slow, but make it a little bit better in our favor. Hopefully he drops a library card. I can go turn that in. Be able to make my words of wealth. Do that part of the quest that's needed. I got a whole bunch of words. Just the pieces. I have 5 or 6 in the bank as well. No roots or anything. Really getting ready. I'd say this guy, let's see how hard he's hitting. 56, so 144 I believe is 51. And it goes by 4 every level. So 41... 42, 43, 44. This guy is Glonk here is level 54. I want to haste my pet, but I also don't. So 54, I believe normal mez will be able to work just fine. Once we get to A3, I believe we're going to have to rapture everything. No library card. Okay, so let me go ahead, get this guy calmed up. Okay. Okay, he's blurred. I don't want him to go anywhere. Still blurred. Okay, just wait a second. Alright, let's cross our fingers. No breaks. Especially in this next part, we're going to have two enemies. If we broke right there, that would definitely be an issue. Now hopefully, if I pull from over here, okay, so we want to get him down as soon as we can. He's hitting for 180. So he's like a 56 or 58 or something. Alright, we're going to augment Bren. Try and even this up a little bit. Looks like that slow worked pretty good, but still. This is probably the highest level mob I've ever went to solo. Just make sure we don't knock back into that doorway and pull Bran and Gren, or Glenn. Cross your fingers. Give me a good night, not a blue night. Nothing. All right, good enough. All right, so he's reset. Now, before I move on into A3, I'm gonna go check it. Gosh, I guess we'll keep him here. That didn't clear him. That cleared him. Alright, we'll go try and Gronk here in A3. These rooms get bigger and bigger. Okay, so he can be stunned. That's nice to see. Is he only hitting for 70, 40? He's not really even hitting. My guy's beating his butt. 131. We are in A3. Now we can possibly get crowns here. Again, my main thing, I mean, crowns are always welcome, but a library card from this, one of the gorillas would be key. 149. So he's probably like 53. I don't know, he's missing a lot. Look how much difference there. Maybe because my pet is hasted a little bit. Pull back a little bit. I don't want to push through the wall or anything. I know aggro can be a little bit junky here. Got my finger on the color flux key. $143. He's probably only like a 51 or something. So a very low glonk for A3. I'll take it. No luck. Alright, he's reset. Let him heal. We'll go take 22 and then we'll move to A4. And if things are up, we'll give it a shot. Please don't break as I'm walking this room. That would be worst case. Yeah, Brand Hasted is nasty. He's beating the crap out of these guys. Okay, he's hitting for 180 again, so he's a pretty high level guy. If I get this slow to hit. A little bit more even this round. Get him away from that door. He's running. That's not good. At least he just runs around the room. Definitely don't want him running. Damn, nothing. Alright, he's cleared. Let's get him up. Might just wait a little bit on our mana as well. Alright guys, we're back in A4 here. I got Bren, pretty much walked him over here, letting him just set. We had a shaman that was fighting the first two mobs. He said he's about out of here, so I don't know if the third room or the 22 will be open up here, but we're going to find out here in a second. I'm just trying to get a little bit more mana before we head in. I guess I really don't need gnome form. Take it up to 90. We'll reset this guy. Biggest thing is we don't want him breaking in the next room, which will have the twins. We could try and kill them because we got throne potential, but just in case. Let's go ahead and retash him. He's got augment right now, so he's a little hasted. Okay, any second now, he should break and be good to go, or his mez should break. Hopefully his charm doesn't break. Alright, looks like the twins are not respawned yet. So I would bet that 22 over here is not respawned either, so we might just have to wait. Keep him locked down. Oh, there he is. 22, A4 22. Good potential for crowns here. Let's get way over this way. Where's my brawn? Come on, dude. Weird pathing right there. All right, I'm gonna pull him way back here so that there's no aggro. Look at that pathing. That's not good. I might have to get out of here. I have no idea where he went right there. Oh, there, he's back. Man. That was tough. Alright, we gotta hurry up and get him down.
Travis, I have to take this call.
Okay, put him over here. I'm recording right now.
I know, but they're working on my computer. Hello? Yeah, hi.
Thought my girl had a call. Just gonna probably fuck that up. Okay, he is down. I got my son in my arms. We are full out fighting now. Biggest thing, we just gotta hope that our charm does hold. Clarity 2 is dropping. We'll go ahead and refresh that. It's catching up a little bit. I can go ahead and start bedlaming Bren. He's pretty much evening it out, though. We could probably even finish off Bren, but that gives us 72 minutes before we could redo our pet, which is not ideal. I guess Mesmerize isn't really a big deal here. I know. No breaks, no breaks. You gotta stop crawling on me, buddy. All right, so we're in the lead now. If we're lucky, a throne will drop. I honestly feel like A4 is almost easier than Howling Stone South. There's no harm touches. %, 13%. We have had it when we have our big mobs die at 0% health. That's always the worst. Are you talking? Our life buff's going too. And get him. Ah, no thrones. Too bad. That's alright though. Good kill. We did A4. A4 is actually not bad, to be honest. So, Bren's reset. We got like 72 minutes until all the others respawn in A4 here. We had that shaman who was soloing the first 2 rooms. We'll probably try and take Gronk of A4 as well as Grink, so the rat and the gorilla. Now, once he starts pathing back here, he doesn't go through walls. He actually walks through the corridors like usual, I believe. So 22 has a really weird path. When we went that corner, he ran all the way outside the door, ran around to the other door, and was not good. I'm just wondering if these two are going to respawn anytime soon. And I want to see if Bren passed back through us or if he just like teleported. Pretty easy. Alright, so we're going to chill out, and I'm just going to continue soloing here in A4 until we get that library card. Hopefully get some thrones to drop, and big money loot. I mean, again, this is way easier than 72 minutes too. I'll go ahead and start a timer for an hour and 12 minutes, 10 minutes, so I know. And we'll start clearing this out at that point. Alright, what is going on, guys? We're back in Plane of Mischief. I'm in Alice in Wonderland right now. I have a buddy cleric who's been wanting to do the puppets with me for a while. So I've not done puppets. They're not really soloable. They have to be duoed. I think we also have a druid that's here with us, so it's going to be a trio here. But overall, something new, exciting that I haven't tried out before, and we're going to give it a shot. Now I'm going to grab, I'm in Alice in Wonderland area. We've been mostly killing A3 and A4 mobs. Got a few good cards to drop. No thrones yet, but we have gotten some crowns, all the knights, all the squires twice over. I have a mule. I'm actually going to have to create probably another character or two, or put some other characters in the East Common Land so that I can put my cards onto them, because they are lore, so we can't have multiples. Let me remember what I'm doing here. We're going to keep a gate up there. We're going to go here. But the puppets are the best place for us to potentially have thrones drop. Dude, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Is he... Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop him. Alright, so we got Gren. Now what I do, I'm gated, or I'm bound at the end of A4 here. So this is the end of A4 where 22 spawns. I'm trying to get back to the puppets ASAP. Now, if my charm breaks, everything's going to be a pain in the butt. I really probably should have bound myself at the puppets before I decided to do this. Didn't know I was going to be doing it, though. So I'm just heading back from A4 to the puppets. Follow. Hoping this guy makes it back to me. Get him on, because if he breaks in between, like going through walls and stuff, I'm definitely dead. I'm just kind of spamming the follow key. I don't know if it does anything or not, but we're going to see. Okay, so we're almost there. Now they killed, what you gotta do to spawn the puppets, you kill Chuckles here. And then you'll have the puppets spawn on their side. And there we go. Got my boy. Alright, so let me get some spells up here. We're going to want Bedlam, Mesmerization. Just for him, Rapture. I don't think they're mesable. So I'm gonna go ahead, let's get Bedlam up. I'm going to augment this guy. Could Vog him, but that's going to be some heavy hitting. I'm just going to chill for now. We're waiting for the druids grabbing an animal pet. Gran will probably break. So with the trio here, this shouldn't be that bad to clear them out. Now you only have like 90 minutes to be able to kill them. Then the cycle respawns. So I'm not too sure on the mechanics, but I know that they had another enchanter that had to leave a second ago. We'll We'll stand back in the hall a bit, so if you get a pepper and stone won't hit the puppets and you get summoned. Cool. There he is. Jeb's coming up. Let me grab Gren here real quick. There we go. So this guy will stop the puppets from despawning. If you kill him. Get this guy down. He's slowed. Oh, statue pop. Good old snare. Alright, so we still got puppets up, which is nice. Okay, so we got a few minutes till they respawn here, apparently. Alright, so hopefully the next minute or so, this should do just fine. Tash just dropped. little bit of a bug here. And it double spawned where it didn't despawn the first set of puppets. So we're going after 2 puppets right now on top of each other all the way throughout. The entire thing has 2 doubles of each other. So we petitioned and no one could really fix, but we are going for it, giving it a shot. I mean, if things go badly, we will die. But, you know, that's okay. I'm going to stay right behind my pet just in case. Because my pet will summon. Good thing about this is we'll get possible double the potential of loot, at least. These fights take quite a while. They're hitting up in the 400s, 397 right there. I should probably cripple them too, honestly. Might help with that DPS. Now it's tough. I'm going to be, you know, if pet breaks were summoned, then a lot of stuff is going to go down there. I'm going to get summoned and get beat on by 2 guys that are hitting for 400, probably double attacks, and then Gren, who has a torch in his hand. Did he get slowed down? Oh shit. I've cast on the wrong guy. They have mega hit points too. I mean, this is a 3-4 minute long fight, even with 2 pets. Get them both slowed. Pets switching back and forth from targets. One's almost down though. Boom, one down. One at a time. That should be pretty easy compared. Now, the potential good thing here is that if my pet breaks, maybe Gren will only be after me, and Miss Stinkle's there will have enough aggro to make sure that the puppet doesn't actually summon me. And and I'd only be summoned by my pet. That's why I'm staying so close to him, so that I don't get summoned over near the other mobs I can hit. Because if I get summoned to that puppet, the guy next door could probably knock me too. Oof, I was trying to type. Okay. Next set now, you can see all the different sets we got. Alright. Pet's probably going to break sometime soon. This has held a pretty good amount of time. Okay. So yeah, just tested that. Good time to break there. See right there, they got very close to each other. Had to be very careful. Go Forlorn Deeds on these, and we're going to cripple. Cripple does a lot of aggro, but should be okay, hopefully. Really lowers her DPS. See, since I cripple and stuff, the max hits are much... Oh, never mind. There's a 415. But it seemed like they were hitting much lower, at least overall. Some 300s there. Both are right around the same distance. Let me get... What'd I lose? I lost something. Bedlam's up, Rune's up. Looks like all my spells are up. Shield the Magi is dropping. Clarity. Bad time to have all my rebuffs needed. Shit. Forlorn Deeds wore it off. Redo them both. Definitely like the double the chance. Uh-oh. Oh, that happened instantly. Charm broke. Puppets, the double puppets nailed me. Alright, so that was definitely a risk going two at a time there like that. Because when that happens right there, we get freaking beaten down heavily. But if it was just one puppet at a time like it was supposed to be, that would be much easier, much more manageable.